What's up, gamers? We're back. So I've decided, in my infinite wisdom, that now tier list Tuesday is a thing because Tuesday happens every week and I kind of like tier lists. So look at me coming up with an excuse to make one every week. Let's go, baby. So today's is the most fun Pokemon to play in Pokemon Unite. We have ranging from S tier, very cool, super neat, and epic. And then the bottom tier, of course, I would rate more boring than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, I said it. To me, the most boring game in the series. Not to open that can of worms, but it did nothing new. I mean, come on. It was Sun and Moon, which was already boring. And they're like, let's release it for a second time. Why would you do that? Did I buy both of them and play them both? Yes. But we're not going to get into it. It was kind of boring, man. So that's it. That's the worst tier. We've got S tier. We're going to start working away here. We're going to put Garchomp. I'm going to start with Garchomp. You can't start with Cinderace because I think we all know where that's going to end up. It's going to really blow your mind. Stay tuned for that one. We're going to start with Garchomp. I would put him A tier, dog. Something about going sicko mode on 8 dudes surrounding you is kind of hype, kind of woo. The lifesteal on this lad, he's actually quite fun to play. Kind of epic. Duck. I mean, I'm not so much a duck guy, but I would probably rather play the duck a couple of games than play Ultra Sun and Moon. So I'll put him in E tier. Kind of boring. He's a little bit underpowered unless you're super sweaty with him. And, which is like 2 people in the entire planet. So not the greatest. Gengar, I would probably put him C tier. If the other team is a little bit squishy and you can get some fat resets off of Ball Eater / Dream Ball, whichever you prefer. You want to eat the balls, you want to dream about balls. If you get some fat resets killing their entire team, that's pretty woo. But I'll put him in C tier because it doesn't always happen. And also you have to aim, which is cringe. Okay, aiming is for babies. Here we go. The first more boring than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Wigglytuff. Freaking duty, dog. What do you mean? You're just going to put him to sleep, smack him around a little bit, and then they walk away? Oh, frick me, dude. Why would you want to play this character? You need teammates. Everybody knows in Pokemon Unite, you don't have teammates. You quite literally have to 1v9 every single game. No thanks, dog. I'm going to actually pass on that one if that's okay. Next, we have Machisler. He's kind of linear, man. I really feel like all these purple fellas, for the most part, are a reskin, except Dragonite and Garchomp. Let's go, baby. They're kind of just a reskin of each other. I would put him at E tier, bro. Like, he's okay. Submission is pretty woo. You can, like, RKO some kids. That's kind of PogChamp. As the kids say, it's me. I'm the kids. I would say that. So I'll put him in E tier. I don't want to play him, but, if I have to, I guess, whatever, man. Sometimes Elo is more important. Ninetales, I'll put him in D tier. Like, I'm not trying to play Ninetales. Kind of boring, but it is a little bit woo, and you can just freeze somebody. Now they can't move if you're going to pair up with a, what's the word? The Pigman? The Mamoswine. I know my Pokemon, the Mamoswine. You pair him with Mamoswine, it's pretty woo. For that specific reason, like the ocean, we're going to put Mamoswine and D right there together because they kind of go hand in hand, right? Like, they hold hands in lane while murdering the other team. Very cool. Kind of cute when you think about it. We're going to put Venusaur in A tier. He kind of just goes dummy, like their toes are out. You put them in your mouth and you can't die. You just go 1v5 real quick. Petal Dance is kind of pog, especially after the buff. And that's what we like to see. We've got Eldegoss here. We're going to yoink it. And of course, it's a support. I don't want to play that. More boring than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, supports are important. Somebody's got to play it, but it's not going to be me, dog. I know the importance of it, but I don't care enough to be the one to do it. All right. Controversial opinion. Kind of duty, man. I'm not really trying to do that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel comfortable playing support. Mostly because I'm greedy. But that's there, there's that. Okay, cool. Talonflame, Speedster. He's kind of cringe, man. Talonflame's kind of duty. I'll probably put him at, I would probably rather play Ninetales than Talonflame. I'll put him at E tier, okay? But he's not, like, terrible. He's not the worst. Crustle, I don't know. If there's, like, a lower than more boring than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I would put him there. TBH, maybe I should have done that. But holy moly, dog, I am not trying to play Crustle ever. What is that character? Whenever I play Crustle, like, they just walk away. The biggest weakness of a Crustle is they walk away. But when the other team plays Crustle, they get the 80% damage and speed buff for being on the other team. It's called the passive other team buff. If you look in the code, it's there. Freaking cringe, dog. He's terrible. I'm not trying to play Crustle. Like, get him out of here. Next, we have Absol. Like, I guess he's okay. He's okay. I'll put him probably C tier. I'd put him a little bit C tier. Like, I'm not really... There's something that's pretty juicy about one-shotting kids, which is why I put him in the same place as Gengar. Like, it's pretty juicy. But if you don't land the fat crit, You don't get RNGesus on your side. It's pretty underwhelming, especially and then you fall behind because you have 8 dudes living rent-free in your jungle. It's a little bit, there's not a lot you can do, man. Not like he's pretty easy to shut down, so I'm not trying to play that. Lucario, all right, man, I'll put him B tier. I know I said they're all reskinning the same character. They really are, okay? Not to hate on the purple fellas, but they're the same. However, Power Up Punch and E-Speed, they kind of go hard. They're okay. E-Speed, he's basically a speedster, bro. Like, nice. 45 seconds of cooldown reduced to 2 because you hit some targets with a little blue circle. I think that's pretty balanced. Thank you. Very cool. And it really feels bad to happen to you, right? When they get the 80% other team buff, that feels pretty bad. But on the 20% chance that you line them all up, ooh, juicy, dog. Did you see that 3 hours of cooldowns I just negated? You're welcome. This move is balanced. Thank you, especially if you fight by the bees. So I'll put him in B tier. B tier for, fighting by the bees. That's my boy. Slowbro, dude. I'm going to put Slowbro A tier. Controversial opinion. Slowbro is A tier as fun to play, okay? There's something about just slurping away the enemy jungler's HP at Rayquaza, and now they can't move. It's so juicy, dog. You walk up to a Cinderace, smash the ult button. Oh, he's dead. Rip Bozo. I don't know, man. You maybe should have played around that by, like, not being on the map, buddy. So, basically, although that's another problem, if you don't play Slowbro, your Slowbro is going to ult the opposing tank. So, it's not fun to have one on your team, which, by the way, stay tuned for next week's tier list. Best teammates. But if you're the Slowbro, you can go ult the carry, which is kind of fun. Just shut him down instantly, okay? But that's a problem, like I said, if your team has a Slowbro and it's not you, every single time they blow their ult on a tank, nothing happens, then they die, and then they get on voice chat and start calling you a cabron. Like, I don't know what to do, man. I did my best, okay? It was an accident. Holy moly. Maybe that's just me. My PTSD is showing through there. Spanish people hate me, bro. I don't know what I did. Anyways, moving on. I'll put Greninja. I would put him S tier if this was release Pokemon Unite. However, now it's Pokemon Unite with 2 C's, bro, instead of a K, because every flipping character has CC. I'll put him C tier for CC. Crowd control kind of shuts down the character. Good thing they nerf full heal. Let's get a little out of control. Having one ability for 2 seconds of invulnerability on a 50-second cooldown, that's way broken. We better nerf. That's broken. You better make it so it has a 30-minute cooldown with half a second active time if we're gonna balance out full heal. When literally every single character has crowd control, dog. I wanna just Timmy, please text me. We need to talk about your balancing. There's a lot you could do there. Okay, moving on. We got Snorlax, which he's a little bit. Here's the thing. We're gonna say the fun of every character kind of depends on how good your team is, right? Snorlax, I think, would be S tier if you have a good team, but I'll put him B tier, assuming everybody in your team is an actual Dingleberry. Because blocking kids into a wall and not letting them move for 30 minutes while your carry just murks them is pretty juicy. But we know that's never going to happen. What's going to happen more likely is you block them into a wall. Meanwhile, your whole team is farming back farm while you have a huge advantage for no reason. So that's pretty sick. And then you die. Very fun. Charizard. I don't know why you'd ever play Charizard. He's kind of duty, bro. Except, of course, when they're on the other team, then he's broken. I'm going to put him... I'll put him D tier, I guess. I guess he's kind of fun to play, sure thing, whatever. But towards the bottom. I would rather play him over everything below here, that's for sure. Pikachu? Okay, I would put Pikachu probably S tier if his stupid autos didn't scream Pika every time. I got it. That's my biggest gripe with this character. Is his autos are horrendous. Why you gotta say Pika every single... I'm pressing A the whole game, bro. I don't need 800 billion Pikas. So for that reason, I'll put him A tier. Okay, he's kind of garbage, but he's pretty fun. Cringe Tackle Electro Ball is kind of woo, dog. I'm telling you, man, if they ever buff Volt Tackle to be like Blaze Kick, where you control where you come out, ooh, it's over for you guys. I'm a Pikachu main. And if they let me turn off his stupid autos, maybe I turn the whole game sound off to take one for the team. But if you could jump out of any direction of Volt Tackle, ooh, Pikachu would be crazy. Pikachu would be crazy. Mr. Mime, we're going to put in B tier. We're actually staying pretty even here. This is a pretty even tier list, okay? It's pretty pog. I'll put him B tier. Mime ults can be very oppressive. If your team follows up, it's pretty woo. You love to see that. This guy, I'm not trying to play Zero Aura, dog. I don't know what it is about Wild Charge, But when I use wild charge, it's like I smack them in the face with a napkin. Where the enemy uses wild charge, it's like they actually just nuked me and I die in one hit. Like, what is this? Walk up behind pod, their double barrel shotgun and blow my brains out. Wild charge. Explain that one. It's the I'm telling you, bro. It's the passive other team buff. It's so broken. When do I get the other team buff? Stupid. Gardevoir? More boring than Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I'm not trying to play Gardevoir. This character sucks. I don't want it on my team. I don't want it anywhere. I don't want it except, especially on the other team, because then it's going to be broken. I don't want to play Gardevoir. That's duty. A support character? Look, man, supports are important. I'm not playing it. More boring than Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Holy moly, bro. Blissey? What I'm going to do? Here's some more HP. I don't do anything. Oh, here's more HP. I have a lot of health. I'm getting hit while my team leaves me to die. That's not very... No, thanks. I'm actually busy that day. I don't want to be the support player. Let's see. Sylveon? I'll put Sylveon D tier for kind of duty, bro. It's okay. It was pretty fun when Mystical Fire one-shot everything back in the day on release. That was pretty neat. Only because I played it. No, it's a little underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Underwhelming. So I'm not really into it. Blastoise, dude? I'm gonna put Blastoise A tier, bro. There's something about surfing somebody into a wall, hydro pumping them, and they just die. It's like the kiss of death. Like, you get real close to them in the wall, you're about to have a moment, and then you just murder them. That's kind of hype. That's actually kind of hype. I like to double stack for that reason. Pretty woo. Eject button ulting feels pretty juicy if you can hit the whole team. You pretty much just win if your team has half a brain cell. So you rely on them a little bit, but it's actually pretty fun. The crowd control is pretty woo. The squirrel, no thanks, bro. I'll put him down here in E tier. Not trying to play the squirrel. I'm sure if you're good at him, he's pretty woo. You just PvE the whole game. Not me, dog. Not me, dog. Okay, here we go. Decidueye, more boring than Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I would have used to put this guy higher, right? And then what they do? Sableye, Dodrio, Delphox, Urshifu. Who else are we looking at? T-Tar, Mamoswine. Dog, you can't move. The character has 4 HP, no mobility. You can't move. You're just on a cooldown the whole game if the other team has half a brain. I'll pass, actually. No thanks. Tree? Tree's okay. And by that, I mean terrible, actually. I'd rather not play the tree. I'll put him way the flip down here because he's duty. You just push people around. You don't really die, but inevitably your team doesn't back you up. Not for me, bro. Not for me. Serena? Okay, the spins on this ladder are pretty cool. Stomp build. I think it's pretty balanced when you can just reset your cooldown for free. That's pretty PogChamp. I put Serena up here in B tier for not too bad. That's huge. Crazy. I'll put him up there. Sword? No, Sword for his sound effects. You know, the shing shing sword noises. I'll put him up there for the sound effects. He's pretty woo. I'll give him that. Dragonite? Okay, here we go, boys. Controversial opinion. Dragonite is S tier on the fun scale. If he can hit Rayquaza from the top of the pit, oh, he'd have his time to shine, boys. Dragonite would be back in the sun. Get his vitamin D out, bro. He's actually a lot of fun. We don't recognize E-Speed Outrage in this household. Okay, my team always does. My team likes to recognize that moveset. It shouldn't exist. It's duty. There's something about Dragon Dance and a little like dive spin move he does. It's pretty PogChamp. Hyper Beam is pretty cool, especially if you can line up with like 8 dudes and get 57,000 damage on one hit. That's actually quite Pog. So I'll put him up there in S tier. Hoopa, more boring than Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. No thanks. I'm not trying to play Hoopa, dog. Freak out of my face with that one. Same thing with Clefable. You might as well yoink that and put that up there. Inevitably, you're worthless. That's just how it be, bro. I'm not trying to be worthless, man. Hoopa can be Pog, but like you need teammates. Clefables are the classic, like, I'm gonna sit over here, moonlight out of range of you, let you die, and then go feed the enemy team afterwards. I'm not really trying to play Clefable. Kind of buns. Not super epic. Azumarill? A tier for fun. Okay, A tier for fun. Something about ulting their Greninja every time you see him is pretty woo. We take that. Duraludon? Also A tier for fun. He's like, he's okay because you win with him. By you, I mean me. I'm freaking insane. So I'm the best dong the world's ever seen. I would put him up there in A tier. He is a lot of fun. I'm an ADC truther. But not quite good enough to be S tier for fun for to play. Glaceon, when he could crit more, I would have put S tier. I'm honestly going to put him B tier because he just feels so underwhelming. It's like some of your Ice Winds do a frick load of damage and some of them do 4. It's a little unfortunate. We'll put him B tier here because he feels a little bit under. He's okay. He's okay right now, but not what he once was. I think that's the issue for me. Delphox, D tier for duty, bro. Like, frick this character. Not fun to play. Fun to play against 90% of the time, and then 95% of the time even, and then 5% of the time you got like freaking Muck or Scolded moving on you. Not fun, that 5%. He's also not very fun to play, because if you get jumped on, it's like, man, GG, you're dead. See you never. Espeon, D tier. No thanks, bucko. Not really trying to play it. T-Tar, C tier, if you get to jungle it. If you get to jungle it, you get your free XP. He's quite pog. C for super cool, dog. Look at him go. He's like pretty mid. Mew, I'm gonna put C tier as well, just for the secure, you know, securing objectives is a kind of a feels good, man. Kind of pog. Dodrio gets the nice A tier because you can PvE, and if you are like half functional on it, it's pretty pog. He's kind of a PvE character, which is a little tough for me to do, but you go crazy. Scizor, Scyther, I'm gonna put him C tier. This tier list is just happening to be very balanced. Look at me go. I'll put him, or yeah, I'll put him C tier for both of them, honestly. Scyther, you could probably put A tier or S tier if you're really cracked at him, but he's super hard, and like 4 people are that good at him anyways. So I'll put him C tier. He's pretty mid. He's pretty mid. Sableye, I'd put B tier, because something about just, you can just shut down the enemy carry entirely. Just, they don't get to play the game anymore, which is kind of pog champ. So I'll put him B tier. That turns out that's pretty cool. Shifu, I think playing Shifu with my extensive experience, my very extensive Shifu experience, I played like, I think literally 1 game. But I played against him a lot. Looks pretty fun. Just straight up murking the enemy jungler for free. Very epic. Nice ult. Super balanced, by the way. I think he's the single highest win rate character right now. Super balanced. So I'll put him up there. And then in my opinion, the most pure fun character in the game, dog. The most fun character in the game, Buzzwole. I love this guy. There's something about yoinking an enemy carry and bonking them onto their team and getting like 4 kills off of their own Cinderace. That just is a feels good. Or a tank even. Or a tank. That's a feels good, man. I love getting stacked up. Superpower and Smackdown is the moves that I like to do. Woo. Goofy all build, dude. Goofy all. I think it's super fun to play. If you haven't played, you should try it out. Very fun and neat. Zoroark got a nerf. I'm putting him in E tier. I'm never playing Zoroark, dog. Get the frick out of here. Not happening. But at least he's not a support, which is why he gets to be above these guys. Rip Bozo. Dragapult, S tier. Fantastic character. Invisibility, good. I like the little dash with Shadow Ball. I think it's a lot of fun. His ult is pretty cool. The extra range he gets pretty snasty. And of course, the single craziest out of left field S tier for fun, Cinderace. I love this guy. I love Cinderace, dude. I'd put him S tier. Absolutely. This was my tier list for the most fun characters in the game. The most fun. Conveniently, you'll see S tier. They're all pretty good. Dragonite, I think, is pretty much duty. So is Buzzwole. I'm pretty sure their win rates are like atrocious. Maybe even Dragapult. But these two are actually just really good. Super fun to play. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure I'm about to get a lot of hate for the supports being so low, but like I said, I know they're important, dog. I'm just not trying to play it. I'm not hating the support players. I'm just hating on the supports, okay? So next week, stay tuned. We're going to have some more videos. Be sure to smash subscribe. Come back for more. Peace out.